Again, we're continuing to use the quadratic formula, but we're using it a little bit different. So we're going to use our quadratic formula to find how many solutions our function has. So we use what's under the square root, so this b squared minus 4ac. It's called our discriminant, and it'll tell us how many solutions our quadratic equation has. So nothing's different from our quadratic formula. All we're looking at is what's under the square root. So just this b squared minus 4ac. So when our value of our discriminant is a positive number, we have two real solutions. When our discriminant is equal to 0, we have one real solution. And then when our discriminant is a negative number, then we have two imaginary solutions. So we would have no real solutions if they're both imaginary. We would put two imaginary solutions. So it'll ask us, so a lot of people did part 2 in the homework already. It'll ask you what the value of the discriminant is, and then it'll ask you the number of solutions. And I think, let's look at the next example. Solutions. So we're either going to have two real solutions, one real, or two imaginary. And then the value of our discriminant tells us what it's going to be. So let's do some examples. So it'll ask us the type of solution. So if it's negative, it would just be two imaginary. So we need to find the discriminant and describe the number and type of solutions of the equation. So what's the formula to find the discriminant? b squared minus 4ac. And again, we get our a, b, and c from our coefficients in our equation. So what is our b? -6. We've got to keep the sign with it. And then that's minus 4. What's our a? And then what's our c? 10. So -6 squared would be 36, minus 4 times 1 times 10, which is 40. So
Mrs. Carver?
Yes.
Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry.
What do we get
for
our discriminant? -4. So our discriminant is -4. What does this tell us about our number of solutions and what type of solutions they are? Perfect. It's negative, so we have two imaginary solutions. Nope. All you're doing here is finding the discriminant and naming how many solutions you have. All right, let's look at B. What's our B here? So again, we're plugging it into our formula, b squared minus 4ac. So our b is -6. What's our a? And then what's our c? 9. So -6 squared is positive 36. Minus 4 times 9, which is 36. 36 minus 36 is 0. So our discriminant is 0. What does this tell us about our solutions? One real solution. So we're only going to have one real solution here. All right, let's look at C. Again, our formula is b squared minus 4ac. What's our b? So negative 6 squared minus 4. What's our A? And what's our C?
1, 8.
8. So negative 6 squared, positive 36, minus 4 times 8, which is
32.
32. So 36 minus 32 is what?
4.
4. And what does a positive discriminant tell us?
2 real solutions.
We have 2 real solutions. Any questions here? All right, we have 6 more examples just like that. So let's look at number 7. I'm going to write our formula up at the top. We have b squared minus 4ac. What's our b in number 7? 8. So 8 squared minus 4 times, what's our a? 4. And what's our c? So 8 squared is what?
64.
And what's 4 times 4 times 4?
64.
So 64 minus 64. So our discriminant is 0, and what does that tell us about our solutions?
1 real.
Oops, that is 1 real solution. All right, let's look at number 8. What's our b? So 1 squared minus 4. What's our a? 1/2. And then what's our c? Negative 1. So 1 squared is 1. What is 4 times 1/2 times negative 1? Or negative 4 times 1/2 times negative 1?
Negative 2.
Right, so negative 2. So we make it a plus 2. Since we have 2 negative signs here, it becomes positive. So 1 plus 2 is what?
3.
And how many solutions do we have here?
2 real.
2 real solutions. Pretty easy. You guys got the hang of it? All right, let's do number 9. What is our b? Awesome. It has to be negative 8 because we need this to be equal to 0. So we're going to move the 8x and the negative 13 over. So our new equation would be 5x squared minus 8x plus 13 is equal to 0. So we have to make sure that our b is negative 8. What's our a? 5. And what's our c? 13. So negative 8 squared would be what? 64. And then we have 4 times 5 times 13. 4 times 5 is 20. And 20 times 13, 260. Perfect. So then 64 minus 260. Perfect. Negative 196. What does this discriminant tell us about our number of solutions? Since it's negative, we have 2 imaginary solutions. All right, let's do number 12 together. So moving everything to one side of our equation, what would our new equation be for number 12? Awesome. Negative 5x squared plus 10x minus 5. So what's our b? 10, so 10 squared minus 4 times a. What's our a? Negative 5. And what's our c? Negative 5. So 10 squared is 100. What is negative 4 times negative 5 times negative 5? Negative 100. So minus 100. So 4 times 5 would be 20. And then 20 times negative 5 would be negative 100. So 100 minus 100 is 0. Our discriminant is 0. What does this tell us about our number of solutions? There is one real solution. Okay, so I skipped 10 and 11. Do you guys want me to do those, or you feel pretty comfortable with this? You guys are good? Anybody want me to do them?